Amanda Weldon and Michelle Mackey joining you, and of course we are going to be talking about the top headline, Hurricane Harvey, expected to make landfall by Friday at a Category 3.
That would mean it will be a major hurricane making landfall. The last time we had a major hurricane make landfall in the U.S. was Wilma in 2005. So it's currently a Category 1 making its way towards the coast, and in advance of this, Amanda, we're seeing residents flee.
Of course, let's watch this. Taking you outside, we are seeing people fleeing.
Can you imagine that? So it's a couple of things here. The storm is strong, but it's the duration of the event as well. Likely to make landfall Friday night into Saturday and linger until potentially early week next week. And residents and business owners alike are taking no chances. Preparations are underway. Watch this.
We will continue to track this life-threatening situation. Our very own storm hunter, Jacqueline Whittle, is in the field and on this for us.
Yeah, she'll be in Houston over the next couple of days, right through the weekend, live tracking here at the Weather Network. But let's bring you back to your weather story here at home.
All right, well, we're taking a look at that low pressure moving into the north shores of BC. We have temperatures changing in through the prairies, and you felt that cool down in through Ontario. I know I did. High pressure keeping us very cool, and that low pressure system moving out in the Atlantic.
Yeah, that's right. We have one more day of rainfall, and it could be heavy at times for St. John's, but then we are somewhat in the clear as we head towards the weekend. Temperatures, though, I mean, Amanda, you mentioned that cool down. It was feeling like fall, and it's kind of a rinse and repeat Friday and right through the weekend.
Definitely is. Let's take a look at that CNE.
Yeah.
And then we will even take you to the PNE in just a second, because there's still so much left in summer, Michelle.
That's right. And these are pretty comfortable temperatures for the CNE, but it's going to be pretty hot if you're heading to the PNE. For more stories, head to theweathernetwork.com.
Well, our weather story continues, and so do our developing stories. Let's talk about it. Taking you to the Prairies is where we are seeing that heat. Yes, it's not in through Ontario. It's not through the Atlantic right now. It's in through the Prairies, southern parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, seeing temps near 30. And you got it. With that, in storm energy comes the potential for some storms with that cold front as it continues to track to the east, northwestern Ontario. That's part of your story on the weekend. Talking about Ontario, those temperatures cooling down. Different story from the Prairies, that's for sure. Getting into the low 20s pretty much all week. Into the south, nice and clear. And for the Atlantic provinces, a second system will add more rainfall totals for Newfoundland into your weekend. Well, Amanda Weldon along with you. Let's talk about those temperatures quickly. Taking a glance at it, Vancouver 21, Regina seeing that risk for storms on Friday afternoon. Winnipeg 25, Toronto clear at that cool 22, and St. John's 21. Thank you so much for sending that in. Really puts into perspective some of the weather that we see in through Alberta. Amanda Weldon along with you here to talk through our Thursday night into Friday morning. This is that low pressure system, that warm front ahead, cold front behind, creating that lift with that front instability with an upper low that has been bringing those gusty winds, hail potential, and heavy downpours of rain continuing to track to the east throughout our day. High pressure keeping Ontario nice and clear. We're seeing through the Atlantic provinces this low pressure system slowly pushing off, but a second one lifting up stateside. And of course, dry conditions to the south and through BC, but this front has been moving on in. Our best potential for rain for Vancouver really was through Thursday. So to the south, not a lot of rain on the way. Not great for those fire conditions. Let's continue to talk about this storm potential through your Friday that we were seeing in through Alberta on Thursday. We did have some severe thunderstorms warned, but this is slowly becoming part of Saskatchewan's story on Friday, and then later into the week, Friday evening, Manitoba, and then northwestern Ontario for the weekend. Let's talk about those rain accumulations, because we definitely will have some rain accumulate throughout Friday. Yes, we are seeing it to the north a little bit more, 25 millimeters possible, but a little less in through the south, 10 to 25 as it tracks to the east. Now, you've probably noticed the temperature pattern. Southern parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, all that potential to get 30-degree weather. That is going to be changing throughout our week, coming back down to that seasonal mark. My favorite part about fall coming is fall pies. Well, seasonal fruit helps that. Nathan Coleman's at a blueberry farm. Check it out. Harvey expected to reach the shores of Texas by Friday. Into Tuesday, could see 100 millimeters of rain. Let's take it to Jacqueline Whittle. She's heading down there right now. She actually caught up with a local right before her flight. Well, you'll be able to continue to follow us in the field with meteorologist Jacqueline Whittle as she is heading down there and going to be giving us all the details throughout the week. Well, I want to give you the details on our forecast. Low pressure pushing off the coast of the east, high pressure in Ontario, and this upper low is bringing some instability throughout the prairies. Continues to track east Saskatchewan for Friday and moving into northwestern Ontario for the weekend. Low pressure on the north shores, allowing that rain to move in. Let's look at those temperatures. Yes, we are seeing Yellowknife 18 degrees, nice and clear into the south. Regina, that's for you for Friday. That upper low creating the instability. Thunder Bay 21 degrees, and taking you to the east. Well, the rain possibility is definitely in through eastern provinces, Newfoundland. Let's take it back to a little bit more rain where we definitely need it. Currently over 100 fires continue to burn, and we are welcoming some of this rain into the inland, but look, no measurable precipitation towards the south. And taking a look at the prairies, yes, the most we could see is up towards the north in Alberta. And one last look, we are going to get some rain into through the east. Well, one of my biggest fears is this. Do you see that fin? Nathan Coleman has a story for us after your local forecast. Problem, well, of course you've heard of this one, the Plateau Fire, the largest fire in BC history, 19 fires converging to make this one, and over 400 firefighters currently fighting it. Well, let's talk about the rest of your weather story as we continue to see this upper low creating active weather in through the prairies. High pressure for Ontario feels quite chilly at low 20s, and that low pressure moving out, but a second one on its way coming from the south. And this is the air quality statement that we were just talking about. Special air quality statement. We have seen so many places drop off from here, but still, with over 100 fires burning, of course, in place, we still have poor air quality conditions. Well, in through BC, we're finally seeing that rain come in. It's been a week now that we are seeing some of this rain come in through Prince George, just north of Williams Lake. Through Thursday, we will have some accumulation in those totals, and as well as the North Shores. Moving to the prairies, this occluded front, there's a warm front in front as well, and a cold front behind just below there as it continues to move, bringing active weather. We saw hail in through parts of Alberta, heavy downpours of rain possible at times, as well as damaging winds with this one. Saskatchewan story Friday, and later into the evening Manitoba, and Saturday as well, northwestern Ontario getting into it. These were the totals that we were seeing to the north and through Alberta, 25 to 30 millimeters throughout your Friday, bringing 10 to 25 for the south of Saskatchewan through your Friday. Now, taking a look at the temperature conditions for Friday, for the west, Kelowna 25, Calgary 23, back at that seasonal mark, but we still do have hot conditions for Winnipeg out at 25. And a quick look at Ontario. Well, we're going to catch up with Deb Mediechka because she's talking all about the heat that we have been experiencing in through the prairies, and here she is.